Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Dotson, and I'm your host for Poetry Today. And we're thrilled to have Monty Mittleman as our guest. Monty is an emerging poet, and he's going to have his first chapbook, Recalibrations, published by Finishing Line Press, coming out now,
Yes,
right now, literally.
yes.
Um, his work has been featured in Starboard Press's First Light Journal, both the fall 2025 and spring 2026 edition. He won an honorable mention for one of his poems in that journal and inspired the journal's cover art with another. He's also in Inkwell 2, an anthology published by the Decatur Area Poets. And Highland Park Poetry has also published him in our Winter Muses Gallery. And he won honorable mention for a poem published in our 2026 Poetry Challenge anthology, Carnivals, Carousels, Musical Instruments, and Sijo. Monty has an MPA from San Diego State University and a BS from Illinois State University. He is retired with the state of Illinois and is a licensed EMT. Please welcome Monty. I'm
Thank you.
so
Thank
glad
you
that
very
you could
much.
be
Me too.
here.
Good to be here.
Well, can we talk about the how your poetry journey got started?
We can. It started probably in the late teens, so 2017, 2018. I began to write some haiku and some cinquains. I don't know where I found the cinquains, but I fell in love with them. My wife was diagnosed with cancer in 2020, and I stopped writing then. And when she, in 2024, in May, when she was admitted to ICU for complications from cancer, I just started writing again. It was in the ICU, and I haven't stopped since. So I started writing some quains, and the journey started there.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow. So is that experience is really the source for all the material in this book?
It is the
Okay.
source of material for the book. The book came from, it's about our life together and cancer.
Okay.
So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Usually I don't, but I'd say let's just dive right into the poetry. Can you share a poem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to read the first poem
Okay.
of the book, and it's about the moment Shannon and I met.
Oh,
So,
right.
it's a poem called Fusion. Fending off jackals and moving in the tall grass at midnight, two Elysian stars longed for a place among the constellations. We were Virgo and Pisces on the move. Ruled by Neptune, Pisces had been reborn in the ferocious cold of the Bering Sea. Virgo wandered as Mercury, sending messages, but found little solace in return. Fallen, these two rare earth metals magnetized. It was a Goldilocks moment on hypersonic jet fuel. I never did catch up to her shooting star. So a good journey to us, my love. As we climb this blessed life, allow me to carry your water, and you can tell us stories by firelight. Our stars, finally aligned in gathering mass. From this union, comets and the haiku. Softening eyes under September stars, Chinese lanterns. Most of the poems in the book are high buns or cinquains, and there are two nones.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now that's an interesting commitment on the part of the author for a collection, right? To just commit to a few particular specific forms.
I found these forms to be what I call finding the essence. They just force me as a writer to really strip away everything that's not necessary and to really find the essence of what I'm writing about. So I love the cinquain and the high bun for that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then well I look forward to hearing a cinquain as well.
I have one.
This is a stunning poem, and I understand well why it would open the book.
Thank you.
It's very a positive and uplifting Um, and yeah, it's gorgeous. I like the Goldilocks on jet fuel.
Yeah.
It's got a lot going for it. Um, Talk to me about publication. How was the search for a publisher, and how has it been working with, I guess so it's a two-part question, I guess. First, how did you eventually find a publisher, and then what was that experience like working with them?
Well, I started writing the poetry that ultimately made up the book in June or May of
Mm-hmm.
24. In October, I felt like I really had a beginning of something. So I cold emailed a critic, best choice I ever made. She's wonderful. And through the winter, we developed the arc and the theme of the book, which eventually kind of, yeah, I felt like, we felt like, and I felt like it was finished in February
Okay.
of 25.
Oh wow.
And I just sent it out to a few places,
Okay.
and Finishing Line Press responded
Wow.
and said that they would be willing to publish my book.
That's exciting.
So,
Very
yeah, it's really
exciting.
exciting. And now this month, the
Yeah.
actual book is coming out. So
Now, how I mean, I have had other poets who've published with them. What was your experience working with them?
it was really good.
Okay.
When you first approach the pre-sales, there's 12 weeks of pre-sales. You're a little concerned. You're not sure exactly how to
Okay.
approach that, but
What
family and
does that, and what
friends,
does that mean? That means that they have to sell a certain number of copies in
I
pre-sale, or
have
you have
to.
to sell a certain
I
number
have
of
to.
copies. Okay.
So it was family, friends,
Sure.
flyers in coffee shops, radio program.
Okay.
I mean, it was about everything I could think of, and it worked out very well.
Okay.
And it was a lot of work, but it was work in something that I enjoyed, and ultimately the outcome was going to be
Yeah.
something that I wanted it to be.
Right.
So I found that Finishing Line Press was, they communicated easily. It wasn't complicated, which is fine by me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, and especially, I mean, talk about what a great, I don't know, it's like a Cinderella story. I mean, it's so rare that from your first batch of submissions. So, congrats to
I feel
you.
honored. I feel honored.
Congrats to you.
I feel honored that my first batch, my first manuscript.
Well, and I think you did make a comment that you did work with an you called her a critic, or you mean like an editor? Did
Yeah,
she
an
serve
editor
as an
or a critic.
editor?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
she offered some structural,
oh
like
my
put this poem
gosh.
here, or
Well, yeah, she
yeah.
was the one who actually introduced me to the high bun.
Okay.
I had been sending her some quains, and she said, I like your little bites, but there's more.
Hmm.
Have you ever tried a high bun, which I had not heard of? And I absolutely fell in love with it.
So for those watching who might not know what a high bun is, tell us about what a high bun is.
Well, it's I like it how it's described as it's a prose followed by haiku. That's the traditional way. And I like how it's described as the haiku is the moment you're observing, but the
Mm.
high bun, the prose portion, is the journey to get there.
Okay.
And I really like how I read that somewhere, and I really
Yeah, yeah.
found
I'll
that to be
steal that. That's gonna.
yeah, I really
Okay.
found that to be a good way to describe the high bun.
Sure. Okay.
So
Nice. And so now is there a third form that you use in the book?
there's a no nay.
A no name.
There are
Okay.
two no nays,
Okay.
and I used the traditional format, so it was 9 lines. The first line being 9 syllables, all the way going down to one. Nine, eight,
Okay.
seven,
All
down
right.
to
So
one.
it's like a retreating, almost like a
Yeah,
retreating line.
yeah.
Okay.
And I have two of those.
Okay. All right.
I
Interesting.
enjoyed that too because it really requires me as a writer to strip everything away,
Right.
get down to it.
Yeah, and it's interesting how your voice changes when you're going from from 9 syllables where you feel like, oh, I can say whatever I want, and then
Yeah,
down to just the
I
one.
know. Yeah, it's challenging.
Did you bring a no name to share?
I did not bring
Okay.
a no nay.
Well, then let's talk about the cinquain. So, How did you? You don't. You that's right. You did say you don't remember how you heard
I
about the
don't remember how
cinquain.
I just came across it. I probably was looking at poetry online,
Okay.
came across a cinquain, Adelaide Crapsey, if that's how you pronounce
Yeah.
her last
Okay.
name. I found her to be very fascinating, and that's where I first found the
Okay.
cinquain.
All
Yeah.
right. Um, and so, what is the structure again of the cinquain?
It's 5 lines, a total of 22 syllables, and it's the first line is 2, and then it's 4, 2 syllables, 4, 6, 8, back down to 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think I was confusing it with another form called is it the diamante, which is just forms like a diamond. But this is so the cinquain is the 5 lines with the okay.
2, 4, 6, 8, 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear a cinquain.
This is one of my favorite ones in the book. It's towards the end. The book is loosely broken up into 4 chapters. There's no hard breaks. It's just loosely broken up. The third chapter is post family. I mean, the kids are there, but they've grown up a little bit, and it's just us two.
Okay.
And we had 4 years, but 2 years when it was an empty nest. And so it was just us two rambling around doing things. And this is just one of those moments that I always laughed about and always cherished. So I'll read that. It's a poem called Honeydew. Porch light is out, she says. Flashlight, stool, steady now. From the safety of the foyer. Don't fall. Because she saw me getting up on the stool and doing a little wobble. And I always found that to be really funny. She laughed, I laughed. It was one of those moments when you're 22, you can fix a porch light without any problem. But when you're 50 something, sometimes it's a bit of a production.
Yes.
So,
okay. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I won't say how old I am.
I know it.
Yes, I'm not changing the porch light.
I got you.
No, I like it. It is very short and brief, but you tell like a whole story in a few syllables. I mean, it's amazing that how compact you can be and still get a complete idea.
No, I think that's the beauty of a cinquain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to. Maybe we should. Do you think we need to seduce you into some other forms for your future projects?
I have written some free verse.
Okay.
Yeah, I do write free verse, but I always tend to kind of go back to it. If I'm having problems developing a poem, a rule I came up with a couple years ago was just make it into a cinquain.
Okay.
If I can make it into a cinquain, I found the essence of whatever I want to talk about, and then I can expand on it from there. And I've done that a few times.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
You also mentioned. So, I guess I was going to ask, what poets do you admire, or what poetry do you like to read?
I fell in love with W.H. Auden.
Okay.
I like a rhyming poem. I do like poems with a bit of structure to them. And his rhyming
It's okay to admit that in these days.
Yeah, I know. I don't see it very often.
No, you don't.
No, but his rhyming poems are just, I found to be absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
There's a small book that I found in a used bookstore of 10 love poems of his.
Oh, wow.
And they're all rhyming. And that's where he actually revolutionized part of my writing.
Oh,
So
wow.
I really like
Okay, hats off to Auden.
I really like Auden. And the other book
Okay.
I fell in love with, I don't know a lot of individual authors, but the New Yorker's Century of Poetry,
Okay.
1925 to 2025.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely a wonderful book. And I get a lot of enjoyment reading it.
Yeah.
And it's also, I've just learned a lot about writing poetry
Okay.
from reading that.
You know, that's for me. I've been a longtime subscriber to the New Yorker, and I've always found sometimes I'm puzzled by their choices, but I have also, at the same time, I have also found some of my favorite authors in their pages. So
Yeah.
I had never heard of. Oh, now I'm going to blank on her name. It's embarrassing. But she was a former United States poet laureate, um, and she writes what I would consider to be like small, compact, almost like Fabergé egg jewels of poems, and she was published in there. And I'm going to think about the name, and I'm going to discover it at 2 o'clock in the morning when I wake up. It's not with me now. My apologies. But lots of there are other poets that I appear in the pages of the New Yorker, and it's
Yes.
So sometimes I go, not for me.
Right.
Not everything. I mean, and
Not
that's the beauty of poetry, I guess, is that there's so many different styles, different voices, and poetry, appreciating it, reading it is so subjective. You don't necessarily have to like everything that you read just because it's called a poem.
Right.
You know, it doesn't speak to you. It doesn't speak to you.
I agree.
You know? So
I agree. Yeah.
Do you have? Well, let's hear some more. I would love to hear some more from this book.
I will read a poem that is a turning point in the book, and it was a turning point in our lives. It's a poem called Diagnosis. The Warren smelled of dandelions and fresh-cut grass, an American smell in those sweet corn years before the leaves started dropping. How we hated windy days when you couldn't help notice the bare places. The air tastes husky, and coyotes howl from the windbreaks. Fearless lad sinks up to his neck in the Passchendaele mud. So that haiku is something I thought about for a long time, and felt when I was developing this poem that it was a good place for it. Passchendaele is a battle in World War One.
Okay.
That was notorious for lots of mud and lots of rain. And there's a story, if I have a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a story that during the battle, the soldiers going to and from the front had to walk on these boards because of the mud. Mm-hmm. Everything had become so muddy. A soldier had fallen off one of the boards, and try as they might, they could not get him out of the mud. So this group of soldiers who tried to get him out needed to go to the front, and they went. And 2 days later, they came back, and now he had sunk from his knees to his neck, and he had gone insane. And I've always found that story both horrifying and fascinating. And when I was developing the poem, I immediately thought of that as kind of a metaphor for diagnosis, mm-hmm. and how life will change in ways that we don't know it will change, and not knowing what will happen. So,
oh my gosh,
why I did that.
What a story to choose. I mean, you're right. Is it just stepping off a board and falling in the mud? It's so much more than what you anticipate.
Yes.
Or you don't have any idea of what
you don't have any idea of what's happening too. So and I kind of call our house the Warren, which is a rabbit's home.
Okay. All right.
Any excuse. Frequently within the book, I refer to the Warren or us as a family as rabbits or mythical beings or something like that. So one of the poems I have talks about that.
How did that come about? Or just that you discovered a pattern when you were...
I don't know.
Okay.
When I started writing about the family, I just thought of rabbits and our little, in our little warren, and doing our little family thing. So it just kind of came about that way.
Well, and I guess also you need to find a quick image.
It's an image that I like.
That gets you there.
Yeah.
Without having to sound trite or ordinary.
Right.
It gives a specific image.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, that was the intent.
Okay,
So
well, you were
I'm
successful.
glad. I'm
That
glad.
works. That works. We certainly have some time for some more. Do you want to read some more?
Yeah. In
Okay.
fact, this is one where I do reference my children as
Okay.
Bear and Rabbit, and my wife and I are two other mythical beings.
Okay.
So this one is in the loosely group chapter 2, where the poems are about family and really concentrates on us, what we're doing, and things like that. So this poem itself is really about allowing children imagination and room to explore and reading books,
All
which
right.
is what we had in our home a lot. So
Okay.
I will read it. It's a poem called Blue Ribbon Express. Holding hands, Bear and Rabbit hopped a ride on the Blue Ribbon Express. Blue ribbons can do magical things. Blue flag of an armada snapping in the breeze. Blue sash of the King's Guard. Blue scarf of a brigand with malice in his dreams. Made of the toughest stuff in the universe, love. Fields of lava and red-bellied dragons, beware. The warriors are coming. Faithful centaur, jump up, join this merriment, but look sharp and guard our flank. Hoot of the night owl lets us know we can sleep in peace. Rounding the edge of the Badlands, a moonscape of secrets. But these upstarts, these muggles, are on a journey. Chasing down secrets is one mission on their sacred scroll. Bear and Rabbit, 2 peas in the King's garden, blessed with sun and cool evening breezes, riding the Blue Ribbon Express until the world ends. For the curious and the afflicted lost, any old bookstore. So,
oh wow, that's wonderful.
thank you.
I love that. So rich, so rich.
Thank you.
It's very cool. Um, I guess I want to ask, what's next creatively for you?
Oh man.
I know you've been so focused on promoting this book, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
No,
but
I've submitted pieces and been rejected a billion times, which happens.
Welcome to the club.
I know. I would love to have, a full edition. Is that what they call it?
A full collection.
Full collection. Yeah, and that's what I've been working on. And just continuing to go out and read poetry. The guy who runs the Decatur area poets, Jim Wilkerson.
Oh yes.
He teaches a class, a 9th grade class, so I'll be there on Friday, reading poetry and talking about poetry to 9th graders. So things like that.
Nice. That's wonderful.
Things like that.
That's great. Well, we're thrilled that you're going to be helping usher in the next generation of poets and inspiring some kids to maybe explore poetry. And I think that's the nice thing about picking a form, is it gives your mind it's like a game where you have to understand the rules of the game, and then you work to play within those rules. So by saying, you know what, I really like cinquains, or I really like haiku, and now haibun and none, it gives your brain some place to focus on the idea that you can fit within the framework of that form. So I think it's sort of a distraction, because if you were just to write prose, you could just ramble on and get distracted. But I think because you're working with, especially forms that are very, you are not given many syllables to play with, that you have to be so particular about the ones that you choose. So I think that's
I've recently discovered the villanelle.
Oh, hey, all right. That one. Oh, good. Yeah, that's an excellent rhyming poem.
I love a rhyming poem.
Yeah. So I have played with that form myself, and it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. Well, we look forward to your next project, and you can come back and we'll
Will
use
do.
some
Yeah.
villanelles as well. Did you have other poems to share? Or did we go through your
Well, let me see.
set list of? I didn't ask for that many.
We went through them.
We went through them. Okay, and I guess then the next question is, how has poetry? I don't know. Is that? I mean, I have a day job too, as the executive assistant for the mayor and manager here at City Hall. You are working now as a first responder, EMT, I guess.
I recently had to resign. I
Oh,
had a
okay.
heart attack in December, so
Oh, I'm so sorry
that's
to
all
hear
right.
that.
I appreciate
But I
that.
guess, well, but you were writing poetry
Yes.
while you were
Yeah.
working, and so that I don't know. Is it? Do you
Well,
feel like a separation, or do of between your work self and poetry, or do you have moments where there's a integration of those things? I don't
I think
know.
so. I've written a series of limericks, EMS
Okay.
limericks.
Oh, right.
So I thought if
Okay.
you're going to write about EMS,
Uh,
knowing how it is,
okay.
limericks are the best way to go.
Okay.
So yeah, and so those are fun.
Okay.
And well, I've really been working on poems that deal with outdoors. I'd like
Okay.
to do a lot of outdoor stuff, and I have a series of them. I have 6 or 7, so I'm trying to work on that a little bit more and integrate, because that's a big part of my life.
Sure.
So integrate, that sort of poetry
What
in
types
that.
of outdoor activities are your favorites?
I do a lot about fishing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, some hunting, and but mainly a lot about fishing. My wife and I, we were fishing partners for 30 years, so
Oh, wow.
she
Okay.
is. Uh, Several of the poems I've written were about us
Okay.
going out different places. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's right. I think was
The
it the San
Blanco
Pedro, the
River.
Blanco
The
River.
Blanco
I was like,
River.
what's the name of that river?
That was a
Okay.
high
Yeah.
bun,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
got published. Yeah,
Okay. No,
so
that was
I
good.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, I remember. I like that one. That's good. Well, I can see that. Well, anyway, many poets are also nature lovers, and it's wonderful to have to put your eyes to the natural world. I think that's great.
I think there's a lot to it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I just keep plugging away at it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, indeed. Well, we're very excited that you are going to come to spend an afternoon reading for Highland Park
Yeah,
Poetry.
I'm looking forward to that.
This will be, oh gosh, now I'm going to blank on the date.
It's the 19th of September.
September 19th. It is a Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. at Secret World Books. Monty Mittleman is one of our featured guests, and after the features will be an open mic. So please come and join us. That'll be at 1774 2nd Street in Highland Park. There's lots of free parking, and a good time should be had by all.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us today.
All right. Thank you very much.
Take care.